Hello, my name is Charlie Harris, and this is the first of a few training videos on how to use your brand new WordPress site. I'm making this for a specific client, Beta Theta Pi fraternity at Westminster College in Fulton, Missouri. And there's plenty of videos out there about how to write posts, and I just wanted to kind of skip through all of the different features about a post that other people tend to highlight and just kind of like go right to the whole point of why you're writing a post and what are some of the cool features to unlock about writing a post. So the first thing to understand about WordPress is it's a blog site. It's a blog site built around posts. So obviously here, this is the home page. I'm using a really sweet custom theme called Lorix1 from ThemeIsle. Really fancy folks out there. I haven't customized it myself too much, but one of the things that it, like other themes in WordPress, is automatically doing is pulling in your latest posts on the home page. This is called the WordPress loop. It pulls in the latest few posts that you have, trying to highlight the most recent announcements, most recent content that you have on your site. So these are each individual posts. This Hello World is the default one coming out of WordPress, and this is one that I just created and just to kind of demo some things. You can see the latest posts here in the latest news segment on this homepage with this theme. And you can also go to your blog homepage and see the list of posts there. Blog homepages are standard throughout all WordPress sites. You can pick a page and it'll be your blog homepage, and that's where you can see the latest of your posts on here, regardless of what category they go into. So let's get to how to write a post. First off, you should be logged into your WordPress site, and you need to have like the proper permissions. Normally, anything above subscriber should be able to write a post, I believe. And there's a couple of ways to do it. You can either go to this drop-down menu from your main page. It says New, and you can click New Post. Or you just simply click over to your dashboard, and here's your WordPress admin dashboard side. Posts is here on the sidebar. Click on it. You get a list of your posts. There's also a couple other sub-menu things, categories and tags. We'll get to those in a second. But if I click Add New, I'm ready to start giving my post a title and start adding some content. So the format of posts is pretty easy. So let me show you what one post looks like, and we'll kind of match it up to what it is. So here's one with funny Chris Farley picture. So here's the title of the post, new announcement. This is a featured image. I'll talk about that in a little bit. The author and the date that this was published are automatically pulled in, and then the body is automatically dumped in there. WordPress will automatically add to a little footer about where this was posted in. This is the category that this post was added to, and then this is an edit link that is only available if you're logged in and you have the permissions to edit a post like this. So what it looks like in the back end here is you give it the title. So this title, I'll just say great new website because this is some exciting news. And here in the body, I can just type in some things to talk about with this post. I'm also using a custom form of the WordPress WYSIWYG. WYSIWYG stands for what you see is what you get. It helps you write out the text in a way that you want and kind of previews it for you how it would look on the website, minus a couple of CSS styles. So I'm just going to say, hey everyone, I have a new website to show you all. Check it out. I like it a lot. Notice a lot is two separate words, not one single word. If you have further questions on that, Hyperbole and a Half has a hilarious article on that. So here's some things I can do with the post. Say I want, hey, everyone to stand out. I just simply highlight the text and I click bold. And there, it's automatically bolded for me and it previews it. I want to emphasize the word I, because I am important. Maybe I want to give a heading to all this. I can say heading. And that's misspelled. I can highlight heading and I can click this drop down, and it has a couple of standard HTML, what they're called tags, to transform the text here. It gives it a preset font size and font weight and margin above it. But what's more key is it turns it into a specific type of HTML element that the CSS on the website will pick up. You can't see that CSS here on this particular theme, but this is not a bad way to practice throwing some things in there. Say I want to add a link to the website. I can simply highlight this text and insert a link and start typing like westmobeta.com and just say apply. That's really cool because now every time I click that link, it will take me right to that URL that I added. If I want to give some more link options, I see this little pop-up, this modal that shows up that helps me really customize things. For instance, I can actually link to specific content on this website, and it pulls in a list of all the posts and pages that I have available to link to. Say I want to do a link to the front page. I can search for it, and I can click on that, and it'll automatically transform this URL, which happens to only just add the absolute, the relative pathing to it, because front page is just this same URL. But if I were to do like to new announcement, it would change the URL to be towards that specific post. There's also this really handy feature to open the link in a new tab in case I don't want to navigate the users in their current window and just want to open up a new tab in their browser so they don't have to lose their current place. Finally, I'm going to show like how to add some media here. So adding media is just like the media that's here in this side nav over here, because media is kind of global to your whole site. So these are some other images that I've added to my website that are either present in other pages or are just somehow like things I've uploaded to the website and are stored on my website's server. I'm going to add this really patriotic looking image of an American eagle, America. So one of the things that it just drops it right there, right where the cursor originally was. It also pulls in the caption by default. I can highlight and delete it to get rid of it. And I can finally click on this image, and it gives me a small little pop-up of some options of how to align it. So say I want to align left, and as you can tell from the image or the icon that it uses for this align left, it's going to try and pull the text below it to the right of it. So just like that, I click on it, and hey everyone, this single sentence is going to show up kind of wrapping the image so that they're not like kind of separated by this ugly block. And if I were to continue typing out a whole bunch of text, then the text would continue to go along the right side of this image until there's no more room and it goes below it. Finally, I can edit the image again and get WordPress's image editing detail screen. There's a lot of cool things I can do with that. Like I said, with the caption, I can pick a different size from here or give it a custom size so long as it is less than the original full size. And I can even give it a link to some kind of media file or attachment page if I wanted people to be able to click on the image and take it to somewhere else. For now, though, I think I'm done with my post. It's really, really awesome. I'm going to do a few things before I click the publish button, though. One thing is that I'm going to notice that there's this whole publish box right here. And what publish allows me to do is either like time when I want to publish. I can publish immediately, of course, or I can publish at some later date. And as soon as I select a date and click publish, it won't actually publish right away. It will automatically time it to publish all on its own at some future date. That's really cool if, like, say on a Sunday morning I get really productive, I write a whole bunch of posts, but I want them like to publish one a day for the next week. So it makes it look like I've been writing every day. That's not a bad feature, but might not be useful for you. But I do want to be sure to give it a category. The default category for this website is announcements. There's another one, events. Events aren't anything special in their own, but it's a nice way to categorize posts that may be just geared towards events. Or you can add a totally new category, like awesome stuff. And I'm just going to say it's a parent category as opposed to one of the other categories, children. going to add that. So I'm going to say it's under awesome stuff too. Yeah, I can select all three of these categories if it belongs to all three or just one. For now, I'm just going to select announcements. And then finally, set featured image. This is important for this particular theme. As you can see on the latest news, there's a post with a picture, and then there's a post without a picture. If I click on this one, and I can click edit, this edit button right here, I see that there's no featured image set. So this theme kind of defaults to there's no picture right here at the top of the theme, and there's this kind of gray box in its preview. That's kind of lame, so I want to make sure that all of my posts have a really sweet picture. And what I'm going to do is, well, let's see here. Let me upload a file. I'm going to select a really sweet picture. Let's see what I have. Yes. We're gonna do this one. No, we're gonna do this one. This one's funny. Okay, so I selected the image. I made sure that I selected it, and I'm gonna click Set Featured Image. It shows up right down there. It doesn't really preview it for me very well, but once I click Publish, I can now view my post through this link. And there it is, right there at the top. It gets a little cut off because it's not the right size proportion, but with some trial and error, you can probably figure out what's the best kind of image to put there at the top. And just as was in the WYSIWYG, it shows everything that I was looking to have. Actually, this line of text here is kind of cut off. It's not actually a line left to the image like I thought it would be. Oh, and that's probably because I didn't save my changes. So if I click here, yep, sure enough, the alignment is gone. So if I click on that again, all right, so now I can double check and make sure, like, yep, it looks like how I expect it to be. I click the update button, and then I go back to viewing the post. And voila, it is actually to the right of the image, just like I thought it would be from the WYSIWYG's preview. So that's great. It shows up in my latest news. It has a date, so it's sorted by date. It shows up on this latest news page, just above everything else. And it shows up on the home page right at the bottom here in this really cool timeline of posts. So that's how to write a post. Stick around. I have a few other ones about how to write other parts of your WordPress site and how to manage it for beginners. So